when they talk about Islam, the people in Turku, did you react them, or did you compare what you believe before in Christianity,
no, not really.
or you accept what they offer? Because some stories I listen. That's why
yes, it wasn't.
They offer something, the
no.
Muslim. So that's
no, with me it
from
was
the
really
beginning. Because my voice I will cut.
Okay.
4, 3, 2.
So when I talked to my friends back then, before I converted, when I talked to my friends about Islam, there wasn't actually anything that would contradict my ideas about the world and about God in general. Because, you know, I had left the church before, but I was kind of searching for something all the time. And I had even tried to find information about Buddhism, about Hinduism, and about nature religion, Wiccanism. But all those things, they had never really satisfied me. So when I was talking to my friends, and they were talking to me about Islam, and, you know, they were explaining me the existence of the world and the existence of God and all these concepts, I actually kind of just accepted everything out of it. I didn't really feel at any point that this is something that I couldn't believe in. And I think that's the hidayah of Allah came to me. It was made for me very easy. You know, there was no problem in accepting all those things.
Stupid question, I know, but I will ask because complete you are from different culture and accept Islam, but easily, Alhamdulillah, you accept what Islam offers you.
Yes.
What's the reason? Stupid question, but to open the subject. What was the reason that people, when they find, they accept? Why? What's the reason that easily the people accept to Islam?
The reason why people easily accept Islam, I think, is that every person is actually a believer from the beginning, but they are just raised in another culture and in another religion during the years. But there is the belief in Allah, and there is the concept of Tawheed, and I think that it depends on the person how well hidden it is inside of this person's heart. But I think in my case it was just few layers of something else, and once they had been scrapped off, it was there. And yes, I think this is something that Allah has decided upon every person individually.
Well, what you talk is very important, sir, because, you know, in fact, I don't care the people who doesn't care the God, but the people who believe in God, I'm sure that they have faith, but they are meeting with something wrong. You know, they cannot find what's the truth. That's the important point. What you said is very true. The people, if they sincerely believe to Allah, God, that's.
I don't think that people just decide to believe. I think it's something that they don't just decide to believe. It is, the belief is there, but there might be some things that have come to them, like. You know, all those cultural values, like in Finland, it was all about partying, it was all about having fun, and it wasn't, you know, people don't want to be religious, I guess, because it's somehow, like, everybody knows that religion restricts your life. And these days, everybody wants to be free, and I just want to do anything I want, you know? So I think that is something that people kind of, they also, like, they put the wall between them and God, between themselves and God, by themselves, by sticking to the freedom, and, you know, if I become religious, my life is over, and all this fun that I'm having at the moment, I can't have fun anymore. But that's actually just it's just misinformation, I think, because. For example, if I would take an example from the previous years, we once had a feast for women, like for sisters, and I had invited a non-Muslim girl with us. And after the party, she was like, "You know what, Linda? This is so amazing. I never knew that Muslims can have that much fun." And I was like, yeah, actually, we are not the boring people. It's not just, black and gray all the days. It's just we have fun. But it's also, we are religious and we restrict our lives in certain aspects. But I mean, like, we are humans. Yeah.
So this is out of the topic what we are doing. But we finish now, inshallah. Birkaç dakika daha. When I was in Islamic countries, it's difficult to express them that sometimes I said that the potential Muslims are in the church, I say, the people here.
Yeah.
Because they think Islamic countries, our enemies is Christians. But I say them that our enemies is not the people who search to Allah. You understand? Because in Europe, a lot of people, they don't care God. They say, I don't know, talking this. You cannot reach those people. They are not Christian. But it's difficult to bring those people, more difficult than the Christians. Because I saw some people in the church, they search to God,
Yes, yes.
but they are in wrong places.
I know.
So they are potential, in fact. I mean, if you tell them of course, I don't mean the priest, because the priests, they know and they don't obey. I blame them. But the people go there and...
Yes.
Please little bit talk in this. I mean, the people, scientists, real Christians, I mean, not real believers, let's say, that they feel the faith in their soil, but...
So that's also what happened to me, is that, like, after I had left the church, it wasn't that I completely abandoned any religious ideas in my mind or in my heart. It was just that I was unhappy with the way that the Finnish Lutheran Church would offer me those beliefs, and I believed in something. I knew that there must be something. I have never been a fan of the Big Bang Theory, for example. It has never made any sense to me. So I actually did have the belief in my heart. I'm sure of it nowadays, if I think back to those years. But it was just that at that moment when I was so young, I was like 21, 22, it wasn't really like, I wasn't actively searching for an answer all the time, but kind of aside. I was doing that. I was doing it aside. I was living my normal life. I was studying. I was having my hobbies. I had my friends. I had the parties that I would attend every weekend and during the week. And I was having fun in this kind of a sense as a normal teenage, not a teenage, but a young woman would do in Finland. But it was just all the time, during those months and during those years, I would feel that I need to find something to really hold on to and to really believe. So there was the belief in the God, but it was just about the concept of God and about the way you would explain it to me, that I needed it to be the right one, and Islam offered me that.
What changed in your life? What did you felt? Especially you start from what did you felt when you convert to Islam, and what changed in your life?
The things that changed in my life after I took the Shahada had pretty much to do with my daily routines, because obviously I would learn to pray, and I also didn't do many things that I used to do before. Like I told you before that Finnish young people, they mostly go partying, so that was something that I left out of my life. And I mean, like, of course, the food and these practical things that changed in my life. And in the spiritual side, I would say that I felt more safe and I felt more in ease. I had something that actually I felt that I had found the thing that I had been looking for many years, and so I just started slowly to develop myself as a Muslim, and to learn about new things and about all kind of aspects that affect your life. And but the thing is that actually many of my friends back then, many of my friends, they kind of felt that I wasn't the same person anymore. I don't know why, but they said that, they didn't say it, but I felt it from them, and I kind of lost many friends. I suppose by the end of the day, I think that it was because I wouldn't do with them the same things we used to do before. But Alhamdulillah, I have one good friend that I was friends with back then also when I was studying in Turku and when I took my Shahadat. And she's still friends with me, and she stayed because she said that, you know, you are just the same person basically. It's just that we might not go to the club anymore, but we go to the coffee shop. And you still have the same humor, and you still laugh about the same things, and we can still talk about the same things. So that's what she said afterwards to me when we kind of talked about these things, when I said that, you know, this and this person doesn't have any more contact with me and so on and so forth. And my family, they actually accepted it pretty well. I think it was because due to the fact that we weren't religious, it wasn't difficult for them to see me become religious, because it was something that really didn't affect them. You know, it wasn't that they had taught me, that they had taught me Christianity and these things, and they wanted me to stick onto it, but it was just that religion was kind of my private thing. And I remember that my auntie said that, well, you know what, as long as you still do your school and you go to the university and you stay just a normal good person, I don't care. Yes.